Welcome to another Wasted Moment with Gord, or it's going to be a lonely Valentine's Day. Sorry, lovely. It's a Freudian slip. But then again, Valentine's Day is a holiday exploited by companies with the goal of ripping your wallet and your hearts in half. I say wallets because it involves a guy paying for everything. Essentially, it's about men buying trinkets for their easily impressed ovarian overlords. And that's paying for sex, no matter which way you put it. And that makes big businesses a pimp. And your wife a hoe. Evil. Oh, evil. Well, at least Valentine's Day raises an interesting question about lesbian couples. You know, who pays for it on that day? Anyways, why spend all your money on one day of the year to show your significant other that you love them? Just to lace some pockets of some fat cat so you can see her in some lace. And yeah, I do like lace. Sure, it hides boobs, but in a classy way. Much better than a wall or a restraining order. But here's a better suggestion. Why not save all the money you were going to spend on him on that day and just give him a few more gifts throughout the year? If she's smart, she'll love you a lot more for it. Anyways, I bet you're curious about how Valentine's Day came to be. No worries, a lot of people are curious. There was a holy ecologist that was studying the effects of rainwater on two worms many years ago on February 14th. After pouring copious amounts of water in a little pot, two little worms crawled to the surface. He continued to pour water on them, and the worms, they did something a little odd. To fight off the cold, they laid side by side with each other, shivering as the water continued to fall down. And to stay together, they even went as far as attaching each other's heads to the other's behind. The studier of worms wanted to see how they would survive on their own, so he tried to pull them apart. These worms needed each other to survive, though, and while he tugged at them, towards him, they wouldn't separate. But a new shape was born in this very instance. It was curved and it was symmetrical. It was the symbol of two things depending on one another, in an attempt to fend off the harsh world so that they could remain alive with careless devotion. He paused, seeing the shape. He didn't know what to call the shape, so he turned towards their biology. The worms have one main thing that separated them from humans. That happened to be the thing that pumped their blood to the rest of their bodies. They have 5 hearts. And that's what he named the shape, a heart. He was so enthralled to see the symbol that the man traced it out on paper, red, to match the blood that was pumping through his veins. And then he cut it out for his wife. He went back home and told her about what he'd done with the worms, and presented her with that piece of paper, a sign of his hopeless devotion to her. And that saint's name is Valentine. So, there you have it. That's how Valentine's Day came to be. It's a day that a guy devoted himself to his wife, to remind her that he loved her, he wanted to protect her from the cold. But, that also means that the holiday and the symbol, they're based off of 2 wet 69ing heartworms. Just kidding. Or am I? But I have also alternatively deduced how the heart symbol came to be. It's just a guy's hands squeezing a girl's boobs together. Like this. Like this. Like this. A girl's boobs are not small. My hands are just huge. And you know what large hands mean, ladies? Large gloves. Either that or it's the shape of a girl's hiney. But back to the matter at hand. I propose that people change the name of Valentine's Day to Vagina Day, since it deals solely with women. That way it fits in better with other exploiting holidays like Mother's Day. And while we're making up holidays, I guess we should throw in a holiday for guys to make up for it. I suppose steak and blowjob day we'll have to do, on the day before my birthday. But we'll have to get the word out about it. Besides, it should be about girls trying to impress guys, rather than the other way around. You see, there are more girls on this world than there are guys, which means if all the guys were to be paired up with girls, there'd be a few girls left over. This creates a situation where there's more supply than there is demand. So guys, if we smarten up, we can turn this gift-giving thing to our advantage. But perhaps this is just a response to me having a horrible previous girlfriend, so I'm just striking out against all womankind. Yeah, I got suckered in. Maybe this will help me get a new lady. Nah, I don't think so. Girls never go for the best choice. Yeah, I got... Yeah.